Consumer Reports just analyzed data from 380,000 vehicles and found something remarkable. 9 cars scored so high on reliability that they're calling them nearly perfect. We're talking scores approaching 100 out of 100. To put that in perspective, the average new car scores around 50. These 9 vehicles are literally double what most manufacturers can achieve. The top car on this list scored 97, a number you almost never see in reliability testing. But here's what nobody tells you. A high reliability score doesn't always mean cheap to own. Some of these cars will save you thousands every year. Others will drain your wallet despite never actually breaking down. That distinction matters more than the score itself. Subscribe if you're new. We're counting down from number 9 to the top spot. Number 9. Toyota Crown Signia, 2025 to 2026. Toyota's newest entry kicks off our list with a Consumer Reports score of 77 out of 100. The Crown Signia is what happens when Toyota decides the Venza wasn't fancy enough and Highlander was too suburban mom. This is their shot at near luxury territory without slapping a Lexus badge on it. Under the hood sits Toyota's 5th-generation hybrid system, the same bulletproof setup proving itself across millions of miles worldwide in Priuses, Camrys, and RAV4s. Owners describe driving it as quiet, smooth, almost EV-like, without any range anxiety headaches. One owner on the forums put it perfectly: "It's like driving a Lexus that Toyota forgot to charge you extra for." Here's what matters for reliability-focused buyers. This thing is built in Japan at Toyota's legendary Tahara plant, famous for obsessive quality control procedures. We're talking white-glove manufacturing where workers check panel gaps with precision measurement tools. Early owners report 0 rattles straight from the factory floor. That's genuinely rare when modern cars have more electronics and complexity than a Best Buy showroom. The hybrid system averages around 38 to 40 miles per gallon combined in real-world driving conditions. For something this size with this level of refinement, that's impressive efficiency without any charging hassles or range anxiety concerns. Annual maintenance runs about $441. That's $211 less than the industry average of $652. Over 5 years of ownership, you're saving over $1,000 just on scheduled maintenance versus typical cars. Real money staying in your pocket. But Toyota made some genuinely weird choices here. No spare tire anywhere, just a repair kit and prayers when you're stranded. Limited console storage despite all that dashboard real estate. And if you're over 6 feet 2 inches, that sloping roofline absolutely murders your headroom. Looks sporty from outside though. I guess that's the trade-off. Starting around $45,000. For buyers wanting Toyota reliability wrapped in fancier clothes without paying Lexus prices, the Crown Signia delivers exactly what it promises. Number 8. Toyota RAV4, 2019 to 2026. Yeah, the RAV4 is only number 8 with a 77 out of 100 score. I know. Bear with me here. This is the best-selling SUV in America. Over 479,000 sold in 2025 alone. Most manufacturers would celebrate this score with champagne and press releases. Toyota treats it like meeting minimum expectations. The current RAV4 is in its elder statesman phase. Been around long enough for Toyota to squash every possible bug in the design. All the first model year issues that plague new vehicles, long gone. No surprises waiting for you down the road. What you see is exactly what you get. Here's the big debate tearing through RAV4 forums right now. Gas or hybrid? Old thinking says gas is simpler, fewer parts to break over time. But here's the plot twist nobody expected. The hybrid's eCVT has no belts or clutches to wear out ever. Just planetary gears bathed in fluid. Makes the long-term reliability math way more interesting than people realize. The hybrid also delivers around 40 miles per gallon combined in real-world driving conditions. Over years of typical ownership, that fuel savings adds up to thousands of dollars, on top of already impressively low maintenance costs. Maintenance averages $429 yearly. That's $92 below what other compact SUVs typically cost you. Multiply that by 10 years of ownership. That's real money staying in your pocket instead of going to repair shops every year. One known issue on hybrid models, owners called it cablegate, corrosion forming on high-voltage cables in humid climates like Florida. Toyota addressed it with redesigned cable covers on newer production builds. Much less of a worry now, but definitely worth checking on used examples if you're shopping in humid regions. The cabin tech feels slightly dated versus flashier, newer competitors. But real talk, if proven long-term reliability matters more to you than the latest touchscreen party tricks, the RAV4 still absolutely rocks after all these years of refinement. Number 7. Subaru Crosstrek 2024 to 2026. The Crosstrek ranked #1 among all subcompact SUVs. Consumer Reports tested with a score of 78 out of 100, and 191,726 buyers grabbed one in 2025 alone, an all-time sales record for this model. Starting at just $27,000, it's also one of the most affordable new vehicles in America right now. People clearly love this thing. But let me be straight with you. The Crosstrek earns its score, but it comes with a catch that separates happy long-term owners from frustrated ones. This is what mechanics call a maintenance religious vehicle. Take care of it properly with scheduled service. It rewards you with years of trouble-free driving. Skip the maintenance or cheap out on service, it'll punish you hard with expensive problems down the road. Biggest example everyone should know, CVT transmission fluid. Subaru's official corporate position, it's lifetime fluid. Never change it. Every independent mechanic in Subaru forum disagrees loudly with this guidance. They universally say change it every 30,000 to 36,000 miles, period. Owners who actually follow this advice, smooth shifting well past 150,000 miles. Owners who trusted lifetime, shopping for replacement transmissions at 80,000 miles. The difference is literally one $200 service visit. The 2026 Wilderness trim adds a built-in CVT fluid cooler, a genuine engineering improvement that protects the transmission during aggressive driving or towing. Worth the extra cost if you actually use your Crosstrek hard. Annual maintenance runs $617, slightly above industry average. But that symmetrical AWD system is genuinely best in class for handling bad weather conditions. Ask anyone who's driven one through a blizzard. It just goes when other vehicles are stuck. The frustrating part, that 11.6-inch tablet dominating the dash is laggy and janky in operation. Multiple screen taps just to adjust cabin temperature while driving. Subaru desperately needs to address this in future software updates. Still, 90% of surveyed owners say they'd buy another Crosstrek again. That's a powerful endorsement despite the quirks. Number 6. Toyota Corolla Cross. 2022 to 2026, Toyota's third best-selling SUV in 2025 with a Consumer Report score of 79 out of 100. Built for a specific buyer, someone who wants basic, no-drama transportation. Nothing fancy, nothing complicated, just a vehicle that starts every morning and gets you where you need to go without demanding attention or wallet raids. But here's the honest truth about this one. The non-hybrid version gets legitimate heat from owners. The 2.0-liter engine gets noticeably loud when you push it. Highway merging sounds like you're asking a lot from it. The CVT drones at sustained highway speeds in ways that bother some drivers. A few owners complain about vibrations that Toyota's been addressing through service bulletins. But the hybrid version, completely different animal. We're talking nearly 49 miles per gallon in real-world mixed driving. That's approaching Prius territory in a crossover body. Quieter cabin because the engine doesn't work as hard. Better power delivery because the electric motor fills in torque gaps. Night and day difference from the gas-only version. Before we continue, if this breakdown is helping you, smash that like button. Which car on this list surprised you most? Drop a comment and let me know. Maintenance costs on the Corolla Cross? Just $362 yearly. That's $159 less than the average compact SUV and among the cheapest to maintain of any vehicle currently on sale. Over a typical ownership period, you're pocketing serious savings that add up really fast. Small quirks to know about. The roof rails use double-sided tape instead of traditional bolts. Works fine, just surprise some owners expecting more. Hybrid models have weak 12-volt batteries that can drain if you don't drive regularly. Keep that car moving weekly or expect jump start situations. Nothing catastrophic in either case. Just things to know going in before you buy. Starting around $24,000. Dead simple, dead reliable. Does exactly what Toyota promises, absolutely nothing more, and that's precisely the point. Number 5, Mazda CX-5, 2017 to 2025. Now we're entering the elite tier where scores climb into territory most manufacturers can only dream about achieving. The CX-5 is the textbook example of a car aging beautifully. Here's the thing, Mazda hasn't done a full redesign since 2017. Most companies would have rushed out something new by now to generate buzz. Mazda said no. Instead, 8 straight years of continuous refinement, engine mapping tweaks, suspension tuning, transmission calibration, death by 1,000 1,000 small improvements that add up to something genuinely special. The 2025 model finally hit what owners call the sweet spot for ride quality. Not too stiff for daily commutes, not too floaty on highways, just right. Consumer Reports gave this one an 84 out of 100, well into elite territory where few vehicles ever reach. That naturally aspirated 2.5-liter engine is exactly why it scores so high. Simple, proven across millions of miles globally. No turbos waiting to fail at 80,000 miles. No hybrid batteries eventually needing expensive replacement. Just honest mechanical simplicity that actually lasts decade after decade without drama. And here's what enthusiasts genuinely love. The CX-5 uses a 6-speed automatic, not a CVT. When you press the accelerator, you actually feel gears engaging. There's a connection between your foot and the car that most modern vehicles have completely lost chasing fuel economy numbers. It's old school in the best possible way. Maintenance runs about $447 yearly, competitive with Toyota, despite the CX-5 feeling noticeably more premium inside the cabin than comparably priced competitors. Speaking of the interior, soft-touch materials cover surfaces other brands use cheap, hard plastic on. Quality stitching details the dashboard and doors. The CX-5 genuinely punches above its weight class. Feels like sitting in a $40,000 luxury car at a $30,000 price point. That value proposition is genuinely hard to beat. 5 million units sold globally as of 2025. Still one of the best-built compact SUVs you can buy anywhere. Period. Full stop. More, and that's precisely the point. Number 4. Porsche Macan, 2015 to 2026. Wait, a Porsche cracking the top 4 on a reliability list? Not a typo, not marketing spin. This is what actual owner data shows after over a decade of continuous production and refinement. Consumer Reports scored this 184 out of 100, matching the Mazda and Lexus in elite territory. Here's why. Porsche has been building the same Macan platform for over 10 years now. Unlike brands that redesign everything every few years and introduce fresh problems each time, Porsche just kept perfecting what already worked. Owners consistently report excellent build quality, solid materials throughout, and a chassis that doesn't develop rattles or suspension slop even at high miles. Unlike competitors at this price point that start falling apart. And unlike other German luxury vehicles that drop 5-figure repair bombs seemingly at random, the Macan rarely suffers catastrophic failures that strand you on roadsides. In the luxury performance segment, that distinction matters way more than people realize when cross-shopping BMW or Mercedes alternatives. But here's what most buyers completely miss. Pay close attention. Reliability and affordability to own are two completely different things. The Macan is genuinely reliable. It won't leave you stranded. It is absolutely not cheap to own over time. Those are separate concepts people constantly confuse when shopping. After about 40,000 miles, expect oil seeps from valve covers and timing covers. Control arm bushings wear down faster than mainstream vehicles. The PDK transmission might start clunking between reverse and drive. Classic German engineering quirks that require attention. Annual maintenance, roughly $1,192, nearly double the industry average of $652. Regular repair bills hit $800 to $1,500 range without anything actually breaking down or leaving you stuck. None of this strands you on the roadside. All of it drains your wallet steadily over ownership. A Macan scoring 84 means it won't leave you waiting for a tow truck. It does not mean affordable ownership. Know the difference clearly before signing anything at the dealer. Number 3. Lexus RX, 2023 to 2026. The Lexus RX ownership experience splits into two distinct halves. Understanding this divide is absolutely everything before you write a check. Consumer Reports gave this one 84 out of 100. Elite territory alongside the Porsche and Mazda. Mechanically, absolutely superb. Long-distance commuters report essentially zero mechanical issues over years of daily driving. Silky, smooth ride quality that absorbs everything. Library quiet cabin isolation. Exceptional resale values because buyers trust the Lexus badge implicitly. The luxury reliability reputation, completely earned through decades of consistency. But there's one recurring headache that catches owners completely off guard: the 12-volt battery. On hybrid models especially, the system regularly disengages the alternator to maximize fuel savings. Sounds smart until you realize what happens with short trips or infrequent driving. That 12-volt battery slowly drains and sulfates without getting properly recharged. Owners in warm climates like Southern California report random, no-start conditions appearing out of nowhere. From a Lexus of all things. Yeah, it surprised them too. Maintenance averages $500 to $51 yearly, below the luxury SUV segment average, but noticeably higher than Toyota alternatives, running nearly identical mechanical components underneath the fancier bodywork and badges. The other thing longtime Lexus buyers need to know, this generation swapped from the butter-smooth V6 to a 2.4-liter turbocharged four-cylinder. More power on paper, better fuel economy. But some longtime owners feel the engine noise and vibration level just isn't what they expected paying Lexus prices at this level. Lexus heard the complaints. A technical service bulletin added exhaust dampers to reduce the noise. Helps, but doesn't completely eliminate the character difference from older V6 models. If you've been driving whisper-smooth V6 Lexus vehicles for years, you'll probably notice the change immediately. Just know going in what you're buying. Drive it regularly. Keep an eye on that 12-volt battery. The RX remains one of the best luxury crossovers money can buy. Just know exactly what you're signing up for. Number 2, Toyota 4Runner 2025 to 2026. 95 out of 100 on a completely redesigned platform, with a brand new engine replacing a legendary one. That score isn't just good, it's a bold statement about what Toyota's engineering teams can still accomplish when they commit fully. This thing is built at Toyota's Tahara plant in Japan, a facility legendary among automotive journalists for quality obsession. The engine building section maintains surgical room levels of cleanliness, workers in protective gear, filtered air systems running constantly, precision tools checking every tolerance, not marketing fluff. That's the actual environment producing every single 4Runner. The new 2.4-liter turbocharged four-cylinder replaces the beloved 4.0-liter V6 that powered 4Runners reliably for over 15 years. That change made longtime 4Runner enthusiasts genuinely nervous. A Turbo 4 replacing a naturally aspirated V6 in a truck built on bulletproof mechanical simplicity? But Toyota says this engine was tested to industrial standards, not just typical commercial standards, specifically engineered to match the old V6's legendary durability reputation. Bold claim. Early ownership data suggests they actually delivered on that promise completely. Underneath sits the TNG AF boxed steel ladder frame shared with the new Tacoma and Land Cruiser. More rigid than previous generation. Better rust protection for northern climates. Built to handle abuse that would destroy crossovers pretending to be real trucks. Maintenance runs about $500 to $14 yearly, comfortably below the $573 mid-size SUV segment average. Real savings over typical ownership. Previous generation 4Runners had a remarkable 26.8% chance of reaching 250,000 miles. That's 3.4 times higher than the average SUV on American roads. Early data suggests this new generation will match or exceed that remarkable longevity. The flagship iForce Max Hybrid produces 460 pound-feet of torque. This is a genuinely serious truck built for serious use, not some watered-down fuel economy compromise sacrificing capability. A 95 on a completely new platform is extremely bold. The early owner data backs it up completely. Number 1, Honda Passport 2026, 97 out of 100. You simply don't see that number, almost ever. Scores in the high 90s are genuinely rare achievements in reliability testing. Consumer Reports found almost nothing wrong with this vehicle across their entire evaluation process. Nothing significant to report. That's remarkable for any manufacturer in any segment. Here's exactly why the score is so ridiculously high. The Passport runs Honda's battle-tested 3.5-liter V6, mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission. No turbos adding complexity that typically fails around 80,000 miles. No hybrid battery systems eventually needing expensive replacement. Just a refined, mature powertrain Honda has been perfecting for over 2 decades of production. The Alabama manufacturing plant building every Passport has produced more than 6.5 million V6-powered vehicles since 2001. At this point, the workforce isn't ironing out bugs anymore. They've completely mastered this build. Every step is muscle memory after millions of repetitions. RepairPal gives the Passport a 4.5 out of 5 reliability rating, ranking it number 1 among all 29 compact SUVs they've evaluated. Annual maintenance costs, just $391, well below the segment average. Probability of severe repairs? Only 5% compared to 13% typical for this class. Exceptional numbers by any standard. Owners consistently love the generous cargo space for road trips. They praise long-distance comfort on highway drives. They describe the driving experience as having that old-school rugged feel, especially in the new Trail Sport trim that adds legitimate off-road capability with skid plates and recovery points. The 10-speed transmission occasionally hunts for gears at low parking lot speeds. Minor shudder under very light throttle sometimes. But here's the word that matters: minor. Nothing here strands you. Nothing's expensive to address, just small quirks. A WD comes standard across the lineup. Safety features are comprehensive, starting around $42,000. A 97 reliability score means Consumer Reports found almost nothing wrong. That's the definition of nearly perfect. Backed by actual owner data, not marketing promises. Those are 9 cars Consumer Reports considers nearly perfect on reliability. Backed by data from 380,000 real vehicles. Some surprised you, some confirmed what you already suspected. All of them earned their scores through actual owner experience. Get a pre-purchase inspection, check service records, then enjoy transportation that actually works. Subscribe if you found this useful. See you in the next on.